channel memberships. Let's talk about it. So the creator economy, we have these platforms that we're able to make stuff, make videos, make posts, make music, make whatever, and make live streams, etc. And we're able to post them and hope that the algorithm shares them to the right people. Then Patreon comes along, and Patreon says, hey, wait a second, there's a way for creators to be able to earn a living. And Patreon's doing, I think, a very good job at cultivating that and like spearheading that movement, right? They've been on for many years now. And you can kind of see that a lot of other companies sort of followed suit with like paid, fan-funded stuff, right? Instagram has fan-funded stuff. Facebook does as well. You know, YouTube does, LinkedIn, I believe, does, and there's like Substack and like all these different apps, right, that have, and platforms that have this. So one of the big things that I've been sort of struggling with is understanding the pros and cons of something like a Patreon versus something like a YouTube as it pertains to fan funding for a YouTuber like myself. What I mean by that is, I know one of the biggest differences between the two, between channel memberships and Patreon, is that channel memberships is a 70-30 split, and Patreon is something like a 90-10, or maybe even better than that, somewhere along those lines. So that's pretty significant. That means that if someone, you know, subscribes to your channel or becomes a member in your channel for $10 a month, you're getting 7 of those dollars. YouTube gets 3. Whereas if someone is a patron for $10 a month, you're getting maybe 9, they're getting 1, something like that. So that's kind of significant, but it's always felt not as natural to be talking about other platforms on the main platform, even though that is part of the game, right? You can mention, yo, check me out on Instagram for more casual content, or yo, you know, check out my Patreon for this or for that or whatever. And I do that sometimes, but the channel memberships are really unique, I think, on YouTube, because if you have a good strategy on how to leverage it, the 70-30 split doesn't matter as much, especially if you're making regular content on YouTube. And there's a few things about it, right? There's a few things that are just integrated right in the app that make it a little bit easy, and I'm experimenting still, but one of them is that you're able to release videos as members only, right? So I can make a video and I can say, all right, this video is not one that everyone on YouTube could see, only channel members could see it. If you don't have channel members, or you only have one or something, and this is what I ran into, it could feel kind of weird or pointless to be making videos and maybe putting some level of effort into the video in exchange for just maybe one person watching it. So at some point in the past couple of years, or past year or so, YouTube put out a update that like pushes the thumbnail and title of members only videos on the feeds of your subscribers or other people who it thinks might be interested in seeing the video. That's pretty cool. Someone could be scrolling, be like, oh, you know, Khordmaster uncut making a beat for an hour at 4 in the morning, and that's the title, or whatever the title is, and they're interested in watching it, but they click it. First of all, they can get frustrated, like, man, this is frustrating that I can't watch it. That's why I'm gonna go somewhere else. Or they could be like, I didn't even know he had channel memberships. Oh, it's only $5 a month. I've been watching this stuff for a while. I'll bite. So that's kind of one thing. You also have like members only live streams. You also have like the ability to make a video members only and then change it to public automatically, like a scheduled post. So I could say, finish making a video now. It's planning to come out next week for everybody, but only members can watch it now, and I don't have to like go in twice to make those changes. That's pretty cool. Live stream chat. You want to have only members have the ability to chat in a live stream. That's pretty cool. Members only posts. If you want to share content or share things on YouTube, which I think they can do a better job at making sure like members get the post. Actually, I'm not even 100% sure how they do it. They push it out or whatever, but I could say, hey, I want to type this post or share this picture or share this information or this link, and I only want channel members to see it. You can do that as well. Now, one of the biggest things is gifting. Gifting means that somebody can, during a live stream or a live premiere, someone who's watching, I believe, can gift, like pay for others. And I think it's random. I don't think they can choose the person, although I'm not 100% sure. I think it's random. But I think, and it's not actually random. Like I think YouTube chooses, and I'll talk about that more in a second. But it's basically they're saying, hey, I'm going to gift this person, I'm going to gift, you know, 3 months worth of memberships to Khordmaster's channel during this live stream. And then it'll say, so-and-so, person X gifted person A, person B, and person C a free month of membership on Khordmaster's channel. And those people don't have to do anything, they just have the perks. Also the emotes, right? There's like custom, which you have to make, which I made a while ago, which is cool, but custom emotes that are kind of cool, that only members can comment and stuff like that and interact with. So that's kind of interesting. Now, what I get to is what I experienced the other day during a live stream. So I was in this masterclass and they were talking about how the owner of the channel has the ability to gift memberships. What does that mean? It means that 2 times during a month, so twice a month, I can gift up to 5 memberships for a total of 10 per month to random people, not even people who are in the live stream, as I just discovered, but random people who are subscribers to my channel. I believe it's only subscribers. I'm almost positive that has to be the case. It can't be like random people, although maybe not. But essentially YouTube looks at all the data and says, all right, these are the people who interact the most with Khordmaster's content. They comment the most, they watch the most, they do this the most, they do that the most. They're the people who are probably most likely to get the most out of channel memberships, and they give a month to them for free. At which point I have 2 paid channel members. Now I have 7 total channel members. And in that moment, it really inspired me to make some great and recurring channel member content, right? Some uncut videos, some things that I just have that I'm like, I don't know what to do with this, but maybe some people want to check it out. And so for me, I guess I'm trying to think out loud. For now, channel memberships is kind of just like a place where I just put other things that I think people who are paying probably would be interested in, other, you know, stuff that the general audience can't see. But I do have to be a little bit mindful of, like, in addition to that, there also could and should be some other value adds in there. And I'm experimenting with that. But it's very exciting. I figured I'm absolutely never going to miss an opportunity moving forward. Like, I feel like if I was doing this a year ago or however long ago I started having the ability to, like, who knows how many of those people who are on the trial would you know, opt in to become a channel member. For $5 a month, I think it's not an easy sell. Money is hard to come by for a lot of people, and the economy is just really in a weird space right now. But I do think that for people who've been rocking with my content and enjoying it and want to find a way to support, that is, I think, one of the better ways to support right now. So I'm excited about it. I'm going to talk more about it. You know, I'm going to be talking about it, like right now, for example. Maybe some of you guys who are watching this did not know that I offer channel members. So underneath the video, depending on where you're watching, right, on TV or wherever, but underneath the video there should be a join button where you click it. It tells you a little bit about the price, which is $4.99 a month. It tells you what you get, and you know, that's a great way to support. So that's what I mostly wanted to share. And then other than that, we'll kind of segue into this past weekend was our high school 20-year, high school reunion. And I'm so glad that it took place. I'm so glad the people, there was about, I think, 4 to 6 members on the committee that really took it upon themselves to make this happen, to do all the stuff behind the scenes in order to make this a reality. We did not have our 10 years ago because there wasn't enough people. So I ended up buying tickets, but we ended up getting, you know, a refund for that. We tried to redo it 2 years after that for like a redo of a 10-year. Same thing didn't happen. And then it seemed like, based on some posts on the Facebook group, that it almost didn't happen again. My voice cracked. It almost didn't happen again, but it did happen. I think we had like over 100 people that bought tickets, and it was just a great time. It was a 3-day weekend, right? All different locations. I think one of them was like a meet and greet at the hotel where some people were staying. One of them, there was the main event, which was Saturday. That's the one that I went to. DJ, food. I was so mad with the food. Food was so good, but I started eating, got up and mingled a little bit, came back, plate's gone. I'm like, okay, but the buffet's still over there, no big deal. I'll go get another plate. Go over there, get another plate. Probably went to the bathroom or something after I started eating a little bit, get back, plate's gone. I'm like, word? All right, whatever. But other than that, it was great to see people, some of which I've, seen every so often. And then a lot of them, I don't see that much, right? So it was just cool to just chat and just dance, have a good time. My wife graduated a year after us, so she kind of stole the show. She was there having a great time, and she knew a lot of the people and stuff as well. So it was fun. There was like a little social anxiety leading up into it that another one of my friends I was chatting with, and he also sort of experienced. I think a lot of people probably did. We're all in such different places in our lives right now, but it was just fun. It was just fun. I'm so glad that it happened. I'm so appreciative. I tried to take a moment to just go up to each of it was all women and one man, I think, that were on the committee, if I'm not mistaken. But it was really, I tried to go up to each of them and just thank them, take a moment to just say, hey, look, I think I know some of what it takes to make something like this happen, and it's definitely not going unnoticed, so I definitely appreciate it. But that's it. Other than that, just in recap, we got Wildcard Wednesdays, we got channel memberships. Let me know what type of exclusive content you guys might be interested as well on channel members. Let me know if the idea of a members only live stream is something that's appealing to you. I feel like it is, but I also feel like that makes sense once you have channel members. Same with a lot of the other type of content, but I do want to leverage some of the tools that are here, like in the chat below, and also like in the community posts, which kind of is part of the reason why I'm doing these too. The community posts was like a place where I was like, what would you guys like to see more of from me out of these like 4 different styles of videos? And I think one of them was like more gear reviews. I think one of them was like vlogs. I think one of them was this type of video. And then one was like Khordmaster keys, bring it back, like interviewing people. And if I'm not mistaken, it was quite balanced. All 4 of those, there were several people who voted for each of them. So that was actually good to kind of see, because I was like, all right, my audience is interested, thirsty for the diverse style of content that I enjoy making anyway. So let me show up, let me show up and make sure that I'm doing that. So yeah, here we go. I think all the Wednesday videos are gonna have like a yellow border around them. So you'll know that that's part of this new era of Khordmaster YouTube channel. Monday and Fridays, of course, will have the same thumbnail, so you know how those look and stuff, with the amazingly handsome picture of me on the main part there, and then the bold text on what kind of chord stuff we're going over. But that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys. This is a very, very interesting journey so far. There's ebbs and flows, just like maybe any journey in life. I think now that things are getting into a nice groove with the channel, I've started to sort of turn my attention a little bit more now towards bolstering my marketing efforts on my other business, my main, let's call it business, KMAT's my tutoring business, which you can see on like the banner on my homepage on YouTube here. And yeah, just starting to be a little bit more loose and creative. Like for example, there's this game called Tetris Effect, and I love playing it. It's amazingly fun. It's so fun to play. And you play like the journey mode or whatever, and then you also could do like versus mode. And it's one of those games where like the music and the graphics are just, it's kind of hard to explain what they are. Also, where's my car? I don't even know where the parking lot. I feel kind of lost right now. But it's just so much fun. And I live stream it on YouTube. So that's another thing. Go check out, you can check my, YouTube. There's not a lot of traction on there in terms of the live stream on a video game. Like no one really chats at all. Sometimes people pop in 1 or 2 and it just says, 1 watching, 2 watching. But it's like, I don't know, it's different. Like what I see with that is, yes, it's different than the style of content that most people probably are used to seeing, but also for me, it is a very unique thing because it's another way to connect with you guys, with the community. I have a headset on, right? So I'm listening, I can turn the volume down, I can chat. And so for me, it's something that I'm gonna do anyway, like as a stress relief, as just a chill, relaxing thing. I'm gonna be playing that game. And so to be able to just hop onto a live stream right from there and people have questions about, yo, Khordmaster, what do you think about this? Or hey, what's up this, blah, blah, blah. Like that's kind of what I see for that. Like I'm just chilling playing video games and I'm just hanging out and I'm just chatting with some people who want to chat. So I do want to cultivate that. I don't want to back down from that and be like, oh, people aren't showing up here, so maybe this is not a good idea. Nah, I really do think it's a good idea, especially with this particular game. I feel as though like with the music and the graphics of the game, it's like a thing that that's appropriate to be just background noise, as opposed to if I was playing Fortnite or, you know, Call of Duty or one of these shooting games or something. Maybe not, you know, with that, but this is like, I think meant for it. So definitely check it out if you're, you know, if you're interested, right? Check it out if you're like want to hop into like a live stream and kind of see some other things that are going on in there and stuff. Good morning.
Good morning.
And that's it. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And check out channel members. Peace.